Alright, so this is it. This should be, we should be able to do this now. Hey guys, playthroughs for you here, bringing you a brand new series. We're going to be calling this one Can You Beat Pokemon, whatever game it is, with one of the worst Pokemon that we have available to us. And today we're going to be doing SENTRET, and I appreciate all of you joining in. So I'm just going to be doing a voiceover of what we got going on. So just to go over some things, I made 3 manipulations for this series. One, I made our beautiful boy shiny, because we're going to be looking at this beautiful back sprite all day. So you know what? I want to look at him the best way that we can possible. Number 2 is that obviously we manipulated our starter to be SENTRET. And I went with SENTRET because he has a base stat pull of 210. There are 3 Pokemon lower than that in Generation 2. We have Sunkern at 180, and then we have Weedle and Caterpie at 195. I wanted to do Weedle and Caterpie at first, but can't get past the Poison type with Weedle, and can't get past the Ghost types with Caterpie. So I went with the MVP here, SENTRET. And then the third thing I did manipulate into the game was an Everstone, just so I do not have to continuously hold down that B button when we're going through. At the beginning of the game, we really did not have that many issues. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I had I had no idea what this series was gonna hold, and I live streamed the entire thing. And you know what? For my first live stream, it was 4.5 hours. Just one small break where I went to go use the restroom and get some water. But I was very happy with how this went. So you can see we just defeated Bugsy. It was pretty close. We are level 20, and now we're at Whitney. So this battle did not go our way, and I was accidentally speeding through it as well. And I totally could have avoided this death. So we end up going back, as you'll see. But I was very happy. Oh, we got our A catch right here. I think this is the Togepi? Yeah, this is the Togepi. Nothing too good. So the entire premise behind this series is that we're only using SENTRET throughout the entire game, and that is the only Pokemon that we're going to have in our party unless we are required to use some HMs like Fly, Strength, Whirlpool, Waterfall. We really didn't have to go out of our way to catch any Pokemon either, which is really, really nice. So what you're seeing here is the second battle attempt with Whitney. And this time, instead of just speeding through the battle like an absolute maniac, which I did not want to do through any of the important battles, I'm able to manipulate the rollout strategy that Whitney's trying to go for by using Dig, which is really nice. So we reset her damage every time. We just get to the point where we're just going to KO it with 2 quick attacks. And that's exactly what ends up happening here, is we use a quick attack and then a swift, and we're able to take it down. Now this was a huge issue. So I tried to battle Morty 2 different times before we ended up finally having to grind till level 40. It was a huge issue because his Ghastly uses Curse a majority of the time. And if it doesn't, it uses Confuse Ray. As you can see, the Haunter here uses Curse. So once we get that Curse on us, that does about 25% of our total health and damage, which really sucks since SENTRET does not have that great of stats. And then we get to the big boy, the Gengar. So we had to get really lucky in order to win this fight. So we have to heal up, and then we have to essentially dodge enough hypnosis to the point where we just dodged 2. We have to dodge enough to the point where we hopefully one-hit this Gengar with a Dig, and that's exactly what ended up happening. So he has a Haunter left. It's not really going to do that much damage to us. I'm not really concerned about it. The Nightshade isn't going to hit us. Dig isn't going to hit us. I mean, not Dig. Lick isn't going to hit us. And we're not even going to use Dig. We're going to use Surf here, just because I don't want to take that extra damage from going underground. And I know that Haunter has nothing he can use here other than maybe Confuse Ray or Hypnosis, which isn't going to do any damage or enough damage to kill ourselves. So next we have Chuck here, and this gym battle actually, I was making my way through, and I was pretty worried about this one because it is a fighting type, and we didn't have to grind that much. We actually, the first time we did this fight and we attempted it, we ended up outspeeding the Primeape there at the beginning, and then the second time we did it, we outsped the Poliwrath, but we got hit with a Dynamic Punch and got KO'd. So the second time we went for it, I just had trained for a few levels, and we were able to take it out. And then we come across Jasmine, and my initial thought throughout the beginning of the run was that Jasmine was probably going to be the hardest of the gyms. And she actually ended up being one of the easiest, because we have Surf and we have Dig. So Dig is super effective against both Magnemites, and we're able to one-hit both of them. And then we have Steelix. And I thought Steelix was really going to give us an issue, and then I went to go teach Surf, and I had remembered that SENTRET could learn Surf. So what I thought was going to end up being a pretty difficult, maybe long and drawn-out battle actually ended up being not so bad, and it ended up being the easiest fight. We ended up getting a crit, so it didn't matter, and we didn't even have to train at all between Chuck and Jasmine, which was really nice. So then we make our way through Team Rocket hideout. Nothing really interesting happens there. And then we're at Price. So I didn't even think about this battle whenever I was setting up the challenge, just because I really didn't think this was going to be that much of an issue. And we take out the Seal here in one hit with a Swift. And Swift, by far, was the MVP move throughout this entire series. We had trainers that would try to set up on us by using Quick Attack or Double Team or Minimize, and with us having Swift, it really didn't matter. So we were able to make quick work of that Dugong there with Swift, and then we actually, I think, just one-hit the Piloswine here with a Surf, yeah. And we're a little over-leveled. We've done a little bit of grinding, but we really haven't done much grinding since Chuck. And then we get the phone call about Team Rocket taking over the tower, and nothing really interesting happened there. And then we make our way to Claire. And I actually wasn't too concerned about this fight. We're pretty high leveled. The Dragonairs aren't going to need a really high level. We're level 60. The Dragonairs don't really know anything that could potentially just one-hit us. They tend to go for Thunder Wave, and they go for Dragon Breath. So Dragon Breath really isn't going to do that much damage to us, but it has a high percentage chance to paralyze. So I stocked up on some full heals and some super potions and some hyper potions just to make sure that, you know, if we get crit, we're going to have enough healing items to make it through this battle, because we're so close. And at this point I'm getting really excited, because I was not really entirely sure what was going to end up happening after we beat the 8th badge. I know that we end up getting a Dratini, which is really nice. But as you can see here, we keep getting paralyzed. And Dragon Breath really is not doing that much damage. It's doing 20 each time. So I'm going to go with Cut, because I know that the Kingdra has Smokescreen, and I want to save my Swifts just to make sure that we're able to hit them, because that would be the one way that we would lose this fight. I am going to heal up first here, and then I'm going to get rid of the paralysis, I believe. Okay, I don't. And my thought process behind here is the Dragon Breath is probably just going to paralyze us. I wanted to see how much one Swift did, and I really thought this Hyper Beam was going to do us in, but it ended up not. I guess I had overestimated the ability of the Kingdra. So now we made our way through Victory Road. We make it through all the trainers. Nothing really bad happened. And I wanted to show this fight because really it's the only fight that our rival could give us somewhat of an issue. So he leads off with Sneasel, and we have a level 30 advantage. We don't outspeed, but we certainly hit it. Then we got the Gold Bat. We outspeed the Gold Bat. And we just one-hit it with... Well, okay, we almost one-hit it with Swift. We're really close there. Getting the Confuse Ray, though, sucks. We go for a cut. We end up hurting ourselves with Confusion and do, like, 1/3 of our health. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty rough. Hopefully... Every time we hurt ourselves with Confusion, if we do, it's not going to do that much. We end up hurting ourselves again, and I thought maybe if we get crit here, we die, and we got super close. We got all the way down to 17 HP. He goes for another wing attack. it's constantly doing 40 damage, and we finally get through with the cut, and that hits us level 65 on our SENTRET. And we only have 2 stats that are over 100, and we have the attack, and then we have the special defense. We hurt ourselves again with confusion, and we do a lot of damage. We could have easily died here to anything that was a crit. So I'm going to get rid of the paralysis, just because I don't think it's going to go for Thunder Wave again, and I know 100% that we outspeed this Magneton, just because we have the entire time we've been fighting. We one-hit the Magneton with a dig. Super effective. It's really nice. And then we have the Haunter, which is... I was actually shocked that we outsped. I thought we weren't going to outspeed it, and I thought we were going to get hit with a curse, and the rest of this fight was going to be, you know, on pins and needles. But we actually ended up outspeeding, and then we don't outspeed the Kadabra, and it goes for a future sight. So I know that if I take a hit here, and I don't one-hit this Typhlosion, that we're probably going to end up getting KO'd. But I just want to go for it because I'm feeling risky. And then we end up beating our rival. And then you guys are going to see the beginning of our Pokemon League run. So the first person we go up against, and I can't even remember their name because I'm that much of a scrub. I think it's Will. We get crit with a Psychic and Executor. So now we're going through the fight again. Every time I lost, I went back and I leveled up twice. I didn't want to overlevel a ridiculous amount of time because I wanted to know like what the minimum level requirement was to beat the Elite Four with a SENTRET. And so I would just go level up twice. So we get all the way up to level 67, and we're making our way through, and it's not really that bad. We take out the Xatu pretty easily. It's really nice that we don't get confused right there. The Jinx goes for double slap crits twice in a row, which really isn't that big of an issue since it doesn't do that much damage. We crit it with a Swift. We already knew from the previous battle that we didn't need a crit to kill it, but it is nice that we get it anyway. And then we go for the Swift on the Executor, and we Swift again, hoping to kill it with the second one, and we don't. We do get hit with the Psychic. It does a pretty big portion of our health, and we just finish it off with a Swift because I don't want to risk getting hit with a Psychic and getting a special defense like decrease or getting confused. So we're going with the cut here on the Slowbro, and he goes for Amnesia. We miss the second cut, which really sucks, so now we got to switch to Swift. I was hoping that we wouldn't have to use a bunch of our Swifts because at this point I'm pretty cognizant that we need these Swifts for the later part in the run for Karen because she has some Pokemon that know Double Team and Sand Attack, and we really need the Swifts just to get through her. So we end up getting knocked down to 48 HP here, and we go against the second Xatu. And it does you know, it's not the worst amount of damage, but the fact that he follows it up with a Confuse Ray is a little unfortunate because we're going to hurt ourselves, and we have really no choice but to continue to heal through here. And, you know, unfortunately, full restores do... they do get rid of Confusion, but they don't restore your stat drops. Luckily, we didn't have, you know, any stat drops here, but we're risking it. We're going for it. We could have died there to a crit. But we finally defeat Will. So we've made it through the first part of the Elite Four. And then we have Koga. And I wasn't really concerned about Koga. His team is not so much powerful as it is annoying. All of his members know Toxic. Some of them do know Double Team. And they just know, like, ailment moves. So he goes for the Double Team here. The Dig does hit. For some reason, I thought it was going to be super effective. Just because I think in Generation 1... the ground type moves were super effective against poison type, so I just thought that would carry over, and it didn't. So we take out the Ariados, no issue. Then we have the Venomoth. We go for a cut, again keeping in mind that, you know, I need to keep these Swifts for Lance and for Karen. We end up hurting ourselves with Confusion, but it's not as bad as what it was before, which is nice. We do go for the full restore here because I am not going to deal with Confusion and Toxic and potentially a crit and knock ourselves out. So it has Psychic. Doesn't have the same type attack bonus, which is really nice, so it doesn't do that much damage. But we take out the Venomoth with relative ease. Again, I go for Dig here on Fortress. It's Steel Bug. And for some reason, again, I thought that Ground was super effective against Steel, but it isn't. So I just go for the Surf. And we end up finding out that we easily two-hit it, and we don't put it in range for it to be healed, which is really nice. I was worried about Fortress potentially using something like Explosion and just completely knocking us out of the water. So this time, I know that Dig is super effective against Muck, so I'm going for it. And he uses Acid Armor, which is very unfortunate. So we go for Surf because it's a special attacking type move, and I want to see how much damage it's going to do, and we're going to be able to finish it off with another Surf. It's rough that we get Toxic here, and I know his last Pokemon is going to be Crobat, so I'm just setting myself up to full Restore, and his Crobat's probably going to go for Double Team, which is what I was thinking, and we have Swift, so I'm not really concerned about him, setting up on us. And he goes for Toxic, and we're not affected, so we hit one Swift, and we're within range for another. He doesn't heal, and then you guys are going to get to see our first attempt with a Bruno from the live stream. If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that we are going to beat Bruno on the first try. Alright, so here's the plan. Cross Chop has 5 PP. I'm pretty sure. So we have to fade 1, getting ranged, and 2, getting crit. Let's see. We got crit. Okay. Yeah, so that fight didn't go too well for us, so we leveled up to level 70. We were so close to level 70, I was like, you know what, we're just going to go for it, and we're going to try it. And this time, we outsped a lot of Will's team, and we took some risks, and we ended up beating him, no issue. Same with Koga, absolutely no issue. That was the only time we took damage throughout the entire fight, and we're almost level 71. So this time, we're coming in at Bruno. And his Hitmontop, I really was worried about him leading with a fighting type here, but his Hitmontop was actually prioritizing using Dig over using any other move, which was really nice. I accidentally misclicked and went for Swift here. I wanted to use Dig, but it really didn't do that much damage to us, and we ended up hitting level 71, which is really nice. And now we have 3 stats above 100. So we outspeed the Hitmonlee, and I didn't think that we would the first time, but at the second time I knew that we would. And then we one-hit him with Swift, so that's really nice. I know we're not going to outspeed the Hitmonchan because he's using Match Punch, and it sucks that we get crit there, because now we can get crit locked. And then we really have like no opportunity to get out of the Hitmonchan fight, but luckily for us, he doesn't crit either of the times, and we finish him off with a Swift. And I'm going into this battle against Machamp with really low HP, and I know that there's a really good chance this Cross Chop just one-hits us, and he misses, which is super awesome. And the second Cross Chop hits, and I'm worried that he's going to one-hit us with a crit. He doesn't. He goes for a Max Potion, so at this point I'm feeling really confident because the first Swift crits. We didn't need it because we were going to get to go again because I knew I outsped the Machamp, but just the fact that we got a crit was really nice. And then I go for a Hyper Potion here on Onix just to be safe. And we end up defeating Bruno, and then we make our way to Karen, who I didn't even think about being an issue. Karen, not Agatha. Whatever. Oh, it's Dark type. It's not even Ghost. Alright, well, if we kill it, we lose. Hopefully we don't, but I think we're going to. Yeah, we just lost. Yep, sure did. Alright, well that actually sucks. Good job, Karen. So Gengar went for Destiny Bond, and just for the sake of, this run-through, I'm not showing all of the battles again. We faded a Cross Chop again, and we were so high health that even if he did hit us with one, we were going to live. So this time we're level 74, and we just go for the Surf here against the Onix on Bruno. And now I'm really nervous, because not only do we have to outspeed this Gengar and hope that he doesn't go for Destiny Bond, and hope he goes for the lesser of two evils and hits us with a Curse, but we have to hope that after he uses Curse, that we are able to, 1, hit our Surf, and 2, that our Surf 1 hits him, so that we don't end up getting taken out by Destiny Bond. So he leads with Umbreon, and Umbreon likes to use Sand Attack. So our cut takes it down to a little over half health, and I know that Swift is a stronger move, so we're going to finish off the Umbreon. But now we have an accuracy drop, and I know that Vileplume is not really going to be that much of an issue. It's going to use Stun Spore. That's going to be the move it uses. But we have high health. I want this Stun Spore off of us because I don't want to be paralyzed coming in against Gengar because we're definitely not going to outspeed him. So we finish it off with a cut. I knew it was a range there, and we ended up getting it. So now I'm going to try to go for Surf. I anticipate the Gengar using Curse, and thank goodness that it did. And I'm praying that we take it out. SENTRET does not have the best special attack, and Gengar's got pretty good special defense, but we end up taking it out anyway. This next Pokemon's Murkrow, and I'm 100% not even concerned about this Pokemon. We end up one-hitting it. It's pretty weak, and I'm actually surprised that it is an Elite Four Pokemon. Then we have Houndoom. And my first thought was this is going to be easy, and then it had Flamethrower, and I was concerned about getting crit and potentially burned. And that would have taken up some time, but it didn't, and we end up one-hitting it. And now we have defeated 4 Elite Four members, and we're on our way to Lance, the champion. So we Super Potion up here, and I use a Max Elixir because I'm feeling like this is the run. I wanted to save it. I knew we needed as many Swifts as I could. I did a safety save, not to reset, but just because the game had been a little glitchy since I forced the Shiny into SENTRET. So I was safety saving throughout the entire thing, and now we're fighting Lance. So this is it. He leads with a Gyarados, and it's level 44. And, you know, I'm actually feeling pretty confident. I feel like our Swift is going to two-hit it, and we get really close. He goes for Rain Dance, which I'm absolutely happy with. He could have went for anything that would damage us, and we were fine, though. So Dragonite, I know, has Hyper Beam, probably Thunder Wave, definitely Outrage. So he goes for the Thunder Wave. We end up getting paralyzed, which is fine. I'm not going to heal. It goes for Hyper Beam. I was concerned about how much damage it would do, and I knew we had a free turn there. Since it didn't KO us, it had to recharge, and we hit level 75. So I'm pretty pumped at this point because I honestly had no idea how strong the Dragonite was going to be, and it goes for Blizzard, and I'm thinking, you know, if Hyper Beam didn't do that much, Blizzard's probably not going to do that much either, and I was correct. It did probably about 20% of our health there. It did a little over 40. And then we get paralyzed again, and that's fine. I go for another Swift. And at this point, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like we can do this. Aerodactyl comes out, and we have the Surf for the Aerodactyl. Worst case scenario, it uses Hyper Beam. It uses Ancient Power. It doesn't get a stat up, which is nice. And it doesn't crit us with anything. So I'm thinking Surf here is going to one-hit it, and it absolutely does. And I know that he has a Charizard and another Dragonite left. So I go for a safety heal here. I'm not risking a crit. I have no idea how much this Charizard's going to do, and it ends up doing not a lot. Just 48 damage with a Flamethrower. So I know that we can get away. Even if we get hit with a crit there, we'll be fine. So we go for the Surf here, and we take it out. And I'm feeling really pumped. You can see it on my face here in the live recording. I'm really excited. We have a level 50 Dragonite, and I don't think that this Hyper Beam is going to do half our health. It's close. So, you know, if we do get crit, we die, but I'm feeling it. I know it has to recharge, so we go for another heal here. It goes for Safeguard, which is awesome. So it doesn't even give us the chance to, doesn't give it the chance to crit us, and then we actually end up hitting a range with Swift, and we KO. We beat the Elite Four. So, like, in a sense, we did beat the game with just SENTRET. However, not for me. Oh my gosh. Just take this in. Just take this in for a second. We didn't even really do that much grinding, if I'm being honest. Alright. So this is it. This should be... We should be able to do this now. We're going to set up with speeds first. I couldn't buy any of them. Wow, I just fucked myself. That's alright, we have guard specs. It's the important one. Can't believe I did that. Good job, me. Well, we one-hit the Pikachu last time, so we should this time. And it wasn't a crit. We are going to guard spec our MVP. So that's fine. It's a little less, feels a little less cheaty. So we're going to have to full restore here. Alright. We've got Swift. Setting up would have made this fight a lot easier, but I did not see the message where we weren't buying those items. That's fine, though. So as long as we don't get crit, we're fine. I think. Let's see. Okay. Go for another Swift. We got this. Good stuff. Good stuff. We get the crit when we don't need it. Who's he got next? Snorlax. Alright. Less scary. I think, anyway. I don't know. It's got Body Slam. Could paralyze us. That's a move. What else does it got? Body Slam again. Being paralyzed isn't going to help us. I know we outspeed him. But does he have rest? Probably. We do a good amount of damage. That's nice. Don't get crit. Alright. We have to fade a lot of crits in this. Body Slam. If we get crit on like the first attack of a Body Slam, it's fine because it's not going to kill us, but if we get crit on a second one, that's when it's going to kill us. Okay, good. Use one more Hyper Potion, and I think we will kill it with a Swift. Alright, well, we're going to fully heal. This is wild. Oh, we're not getting lucky here. Come on. Three times in a row. I think it's like a 10% chance to paralyze. And it goes for a rest. Alright, well. I think it has Snore. But that's not going to paralyze us, and it's not going to do as much damage as Body Slam, so it's fine. We'll basically be able to get it back to where we had it. Revenge of the ZZ, yeah, for real. I can't believe we lost him, though. That's unfortunate. It does have Snore. Yeah, doesn't do that much. Should be good here. Snorlax isn't going to wake up. And he's not in red health, so red shouldn't go for a full restore or anything. And I think he just has Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur left. was kind of hoping Venusaur would be last. I don't want to get Leech seeded here, so I really hope he doesn't have it, because that's not going to be good for us. Sunny Day, so he's going for the Solar Beam. We're faster? No, we're not faster. Okay, that sucks. Ooh, wow. That's a lot of damage. Don't know why I thought Dig was super effective. 109 HP. I'm gonna wait till Sunny Day is done. Yeah, because we're within range. There's no way I'm risking this after getting past the Espeon and the Snorlax. Sunlight faded. Alright. Okay. So it looks like he's only going to use it once for Sunny Day. Solar Beam. Just don't crit us, and we'll be okay. Alright. Just gonna heal, like, after everything. Solar Beam. I can't believe we're not faster than the Venusaur. It's kind of shocking. Venusaur is not the quickest Pokemon. Alright. Hopefully we finish it off here. Whew. Alright, we got 2 left. And really, the scary one was Venusaur. We have Charizard. I mean, it's got Flamethrower and Dragon Rage. Flamethrower. As long as it doesn't do half or more, we'll be okay. I'm a little worried that it might. Man. We're kind of close. Like, 93 might be just the level you need for this. Please don't be a range. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think 93 is like the level. Is it a crit? No. Okay, that's fine. This is crazy. Please don't do a lot. Okay. That was a low-end hit. Hopefully this one is also a low-end one. We have 126 HP. And the first one only did 100. Alright, so we have Blastoise left. That's it. This is insane, dude. I can't believe it. Alright. So this is also scary. Hydro Pump, and I'm pretty sure this thing has Rain Dance. Surf, okay. That shouldn't do half. Like if Flamethrower doesn't. Rain Dance. Alright, well now it might. I know, dude. It's getting crazy. Are we gonna do half? No, we're not. We're almost out of full restores. It did 85 damage the first time. We might have to outweight the Rain Dance. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Oh my gosh. As long as we don't get crit, I think we'll be okay. Okay. Fading some crits. Fading some crit chances. I'm hoping. Alright. It's doing a lot of damage. That Rain Dance really does some work. Surf. I think this thing has Hydro Pump too. Rain stopped, alright. We're gonna heal up. And hopefully he just goes for a Surf. And not Rain Dance. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Now if he crits, it won't KO us. Alright. Another Rain Dance. We're gonna have to wait through all that again. Unless we crit. If we crit, it's over. If we crit, it's over and we win. Nope. We couldn't do it. That's fine. Oh, I guess we could have went for Swift and won. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. This thing's gotta run out of surfs eventually, right? We've healed a lot. We're almost there. We're so fucking close. We're so close. Oh my gosh. I like keep worrying that we're gonna get crit. This is the last surf we have to fade. On Rain Dance of a crit. We're good. And the rain stopped. We're going for it. Yes! We're gonna do it! Oh my god, we did it! Holy shit! Oh my gosh. We did it. We beat the entire game only using SENTRET. It only took it until level 93. And we didn't even use any setups. We didn't even use any setups. We just used a guard spec, that was it. Just so our special defense didn't fall to that Espeon. Wow. Thanks so much for watching.